Yay! 420 subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. I knew we would have this many someday, and it's just a magical day for it to happen. You see, I'm wearing my Antifa party hat. It's two-tone because I'm celebrating. I just made my last video about To-Nya, Sachika subscribed to my channel and left me this gracious message. And I just checked out their website. They have clear face masks, and they have the first thing that pops up. You can sign up for their fashion mentorship program. So check out sachika.com, SACHIKA.com. And saw them on Game of Talents, To-Nya and her twin sister, Tom and uh, they were awesome on the show. Ended up making a video of it. She ended up subscribing and commenting on the video and saying she liked it. So thank you so much. But thank you to all of my subscribers. And there's some things I forgot to say about that. I got to talking about the fairies. I did want to say thank you to the fairies and brought some chocolate golden coins with a green and white ribbon on them as a gift for the fairies. So thank you for making all this possible and for all that you always do. And it's a great day for me. Not just to have 420 subscribers, because as I said, I've been looking forward to making a video for when I have 420 subscribers, but for how this happened. At the end of my last video, I did plug our band Foxen, Foxzen, because I'm a shameless self-promoter. I'm like Homer when he goes through his Thomas Edison phase, and Marge says, well, one thing I don't think Thomas Edison did all the time was spend all the time talking about Thomas Edison. To which Homer replies, that's where you're wrong, Marge. He was a shameless self-promoter. Thomas Edison was a shameless self-promoter. So I'm a shameless self-promoter. I'm always telling people to listen to Fox, and I did work it into my video, thanking To-Nya and all of my subscribers last time, but I got kind of sidetracked. What I want to say is, we're famous in the future. Foxen is a famous band in the future that no one's really heard of right now. But when we get famous, we're like wild stallions from Bill and Ted's. And so that was my thank you 419 subscribers video. And I started those with my 68 subscribers to thank my 69th subscriber, my future subscribers. And so now we have 420 subscribers. Thank you, whoever you are, whoever just subscribed. If you noticed you were the 420 subscriber, maybe drop a comment, let us know who you are so we can all make a wish. But yeah, looking forward to this date. Interesting that it's come full circle like that, that it reminds me that when Foxen gets famous, then we'll need fashion designers. So we'll call To-Nya and Tonsa for Tontam and To-Nya for their fashion design advice. And I'm wearing my two-tone hat because the whole reason I thought to make the video was because they were wearing two-tone suits. And so thank you for the fairies for making that connection and reminding us through your subtle color play how these connections happen. And I just wanted to say that when I saw them, I also wanted to thank Carissa Dez, who does this live stream of the Black Lives Matter protests out of Portland. Thank you all to the genuine live streamers of protests and people who do discussions of this. The American Doofus channel does discussion of racism and these issues on his YouTube channel. People who do this stuff in good faith, you're awesome, and I really appreciate you. Carissa mentioned my book, The Art of Betrayal by God, when I typed it in a live stream in her comment, and she's mentioned my band Foxen before. So thank you to Carissa. And I just feel like that just happened the other day. I don't know if Carissa subscribes to my channel, but I feel like I've made these connections between these worlds, between this Hollywood world where To-Nya and Totam are in the fashion world, in the TV, Hollywood world, and in the YouTube world, in the people's world, in the movement world. And I've had some interactions with some of these streamers and protesters, and I would love to be someone who can help connect people like that, like trying to connect Frank Nitti with Marianne Williams, and trying to connect To-Nya and Totam with Lady Gaga, because she's the fashion world and they're the fashion world. And as much as I've always wanted to promote myself and have Lady Gaga read my book, like I wrote a book, All I Really Needed to Know I Learned from Smoking Weed, and dedicated it to Lady Gaga, and mentioned Lady Gaga in my last book, The Art of Betrayal by God. Have a chapter for her and the goddess in that. And while I've always wanted to meet Lady Gaga myself, I feel like when you have someone else that you can try to introduce, if you can try to make the connection for someone else, that's some time that magic really works. And that's kind of what happened here. And I can see that in the spirit of Totam and To-Nya in their fashion project. They're fashion designers who are selling fashions. And like I said, they have some cool stuff that I already saw when I checked out the website. But um, I mean, they have clear face masks. It's like, so you can see your face. Like, what, like, why not? Like, that's what people need now. So they seem to be on the good side of history, on the good side of things, but they're promoting people to get started. They're promoting to help out, the little person. And it's all about the little person. We're all little people, really. And, as a fairy believer, it's the little people. It's the fairies who are within all of us, and love that honor and love that chance to come out and play through people in their own creative expressions. And so I just really appreciate them, and I'm just so grateful to have that connection to, the Hollywood world, the celebrity superstar world. And it reminds me, because I'm a psychic fairy. I'm psychic fairy type, dragon type. If I was a Pokemon, that's the type I would be. Um, and it reminds me of when I first saw Nicki Minaj. Like, there's this thing, the fame. There's this thing you can sense fame upon people. And when I saw To-Nya and Tutan, they have that same quality, or you can see that they're going to reach their dreams, and by helping other people reach their dreams as well. That's the best way to do it. Um, it's like a machine that runs on machines or something. It's an amazing magical principle to be doing things to help others. And but there's something in the look. There's something in people's eyes that, like, when I saw Nicki Minaj for the first time, it was 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. She was the, like, I don't know who the headlining rapper was who was performing on a late night show, like the Dave Letterman show, but it was, I forgot which show it would have been, but it was you know the premier late night show at the time, and they were performing. Yeah, it could have been David Letterman because it was a while back, and whoever the main artist was good, and was a famous artist, is still a famous artist at the time. I just don't remember who that was because my focus went to Nicki Minaj, who was did a guest verse on the song, and she just had that amazing look. That as soon as I saw her, this is the first time I'd ever seen her or heard of her. I looked her up, found who she was. Like, she's going to be famous. That girl is going to be super famous because you can see that destiny in someone. Like, you can see it in her look. And so I felt the same way. I feel the same way about, I feel the same way about all of us in a way. It's like there's so much that we can do, and there's so many people in the future who can appreciate the things you can do, if you can think of it that way. But when I saw To-Nya, and then for that, I just posted that video, and a few hours later, I guess maybe it was the next day, she commented on it. It was this rapid turnaround, much the same as when I published my book, The Art of Betrayal by God, that includes a lot about Judas and the Gospel of Judas, that was only revealed, 15 years ago. Then very next day after I published it, the news came out that they found more Dead Sea Scrolls, that more things that have been hidden for almost 2,000 years, or for 2,000 years since Jesus was actually alive, and for 6,000 years, and for 10,000 years. They found a basket, the oldest basket they've ever found, from 10,000 years ago. That these things are now being revealed again. That news came out the day after my book was published. When these time seems to be syncing up and playing in your favor, thank you to the fairies. Thank you to the goddess. Thank you to God. Thank you to Jesus. Thank you to Buddha. Thank you to all of the spiritual beings, because we are all in this together, and all of us are in this together. Not just the people, but all the spirits and all of nature is in this together to save ourselves. Like, we're all here to help each other, and every one of these little connections is an example of that. Every subscription is an example of that. You think, well, it's only pressing a button, but think what pressing a button can mean to somebody. And I've only around 400 subscribers. Someone could think, well, this isn't going to advance me to leave this comment or subscribe to this person. But I hope sincerely that it does. I hope that both magically and even maybe even just from people watching this video, that it actually promotes their industry and their ability to help others. So again, their website is SACHIKA.com. And Foxen is FOXZEN. And also, look for the books that I mentioned. But the music is really easily accessible, and I hope you enjoy it and share it. And I just think that there's a magical power to that, that there's a destiny to it that's waiting to be achieved, and everyone who helps achieve it will receive that reward. So like I said, when we get famous, we'll need fashions. So we'll call Sachika.com, to call To-Nya and Totam. Sorry, and uh, To-Nya and Totem, and ask them for fashions or for people to help design our fashions. And just looking forward to that, because didn't really know what I'd do about that part. I assumed I'd wear a t-shirt, which I still enjoy and will always do, and funny hats. So thank you all for watching, and thanks YouTube for making this possible, and Hollywood for making this possible, and the protest movement for making this possible. And see some of my other videos, or hopefully we can all make better videos, or do whatever actions are necessary to turn this thing around so that we get all the racism out of the system. And we can be working on that forever. That can be a lifelong project, but we got to start, and we got to keep progressing. And we are starting, we are progressing, but know that you can play a part in that. Even if you haven't done anything, you can make a video. That's kind of all I've done. I've made videos, or I've made some songs about protesting violence and things. I've made various efforts in my own magical ways, but making a video is something that's easy to share, easy to have people respond to, and I just encourage everyone to do it, to get your ideas out there. Even if you're questioning about it, leave the comments on, and tell people you sincerely have questions about it, and learn from the comments, from listening. And thank you all for watching and listening to me, and please leave comments so I can listen to you as well, because that's what really brought this together, is that To-Nya had left that wonderful comment thanking me for the video, and then subscribing was just the icing on the cake that made me feel like celebrating, and got us closer to this 420. So celebrate 420, whether you smoke herbs or not. Celebrate by doing something that you enjoy, listening to music, or watching a show you enjoy, or eating something you enjoy, or dancing a dance that you enjoy, or designing some fashions that you enjoy, and take them to Sachika.com and get the help that they're going to build. So thank you all for watching, and hope you have a great day, and hope all your wishes come true.